Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your energy tarot reading here, going from the 9th to the 15th of December, getting ever so closer to your birthday season. So you might find yourself reminiscing this week about what's happened over the past year and what you want to be doing in the future year. That may well come out in your reading. We'll see that. We'll go into the elements, of course, that we talked about on the energy update. There has been activity on the sun at the moment, so I think that's going to bring a little bit more air into the system with a little bit more sort of fire, but we're going to be going into that a little bit later on. In the meantime, we will be getting the messages from the Astroflower and pulling some cards on that. We're going to do it slightly differently this week. We're going to be focusing on the petals that are really speaking to us more than anything else. So without further ado, let's just bring up your Astroflower. So here's the overall energy, the general energy that's flowing for you this week. Let's just see what's going on here. There's a definite push and engagement in relationships in a very passionate way. Precise, forceful without being overpowering. There is a certain degree of reflection as well that happens. So it may be a case that you're testing things out this week to see how your stance sort of is received by people that are around you, how your position that you take in regards to relationships around you. It seems to be like an exploratory weekend, an exploratory week for you. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. There's a lot more passion on that. There's a desire to get the ball in the back of the net, as we would say in the UK, really score a goal, get a good result, start getting things moving on in your sort of direction, as it were. There's a lot of fire. There's a lot of passion for that. Okay, let's just see. I think it's directed to the future. That's what I was trying to work out. How is this passion sort of worked out within your overall energies? Let's just have a look at that. Leap of faith, the Fool card. This is the exploratory sort of stuff. Totally. I think you're in, Indiana Jones sort of mode, and really getting into exploring, discovering, pushing the boundaries a little bit without causing any sort of ruckuses and stuff like that. Really trying to find the diamond in the rough. That seems to be the phrase for the week at the moment for everybody. So yeah, you seem to be finding that a lot more, exploring and dancing with the energies. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. We've got the karmic path, coincidences and synchronicities, connection to the outside world, past self, future self, and the general outcome, or how you learn the lessons for this coming week, how you apply the things. Let's just see what's going on. Karmic path is really sort of, it's well defined, it's got a plan of action, and it seems to be now implementing it. And the synchronicities, they're quite high up. The past is really important, apparently, at the moment. This is where I think you might get a little bit of reminiscing and things like that. And it's, the two petals that are really speaking the most is this petal here, which is your past self. So it's like ideas that you may have had in the past that you're kind of thinking, maybe I should be like this with this person, or maybe I should ask this person out. That sort of thing. It's and in the how we engage in that this week here. There's a let's get it. Let's try it out. Willing to make mistakes. If you're willing to make mistakes, when you explore something, you've got to factor in making mistakes. And other people as well, people around you. So be gentle with yourself and be gentle with the outside world. On your karmic path, look at that, Ace of Swords. There's a definite bit between your teeth, as it were, really wanting to sort of implement ideas, or it could well be sort of like you've met someone at a barbecue during the summer and you never spoke to them after that, and you kind of think, I wonder how they're doing. I'll give them a call, I'll send them a message in if they want to, I'm going to take the dog out for a walk on Sunday, wonder if they want to go for a walk. That sort of thing, connecting to people that you may not necessarily, you may not know, but you've got a real idea of where it's going. With the connections in the outside world, the synchronicities and so forth in the universe, you get the Moon card. Discovering the unseen. And I think this is where you're pushing the boundaries. I think you're trying things out, as I said. I think there's quite a lot of surprises. I think there's some people that's going to make you kind of go, oh, wow, yeah, that's a good connection. And other people kind of go, oh, wow, I didn't see that happening. You know, it's going to give you a lot of clarity in your life. I think this, and this is what I mean about sort of allowing space for things to go wrong. You know, things to go wrong. Let's just see what's going on in the past there. Let's see if there's any sort of, what's it concerning about. I think it's a case of, you may have been feeling a little bit out of kilter, out of sync with relationships around you at the moment. In the past month or so, I think that's that transition of Pluto into your sign, getting used to the new environment, basically. And, you know, and I think there's a sort of like a decision on your behalf to rectify this. What do we see? We saw that earlier on, playing with the energies. Yeah, you've got to be childlike. When you want to learn about life, what do kids do? They do nothing but learn about life. They learn about what they enjoy, what they don't like, you know, what colors they want, what colors they don't want. That sort of thing. You know, they're exploring everything in life. And I think you need to do that with a childlike sort of energy, but have that patience. As I was saying, be gentle with yourself, be gentle with the people that are around you, simply because, you know, it's trying things out and you're going to get things wrong and so forth. So don't put too much pressure on things. And that way you can convert any negative situations in the past into really positive ones. And look at that. It's all to do with getting yourself in sync with other people. And it's decisions that you've made in the past, or a realization that you've made in the past that sort of said, okay, this is how I want to be, and these are the actions I need to take in order to get in alignment with my family, friends, community, or a partner, or new friends, and so forth. And it's really sort of coming together beautifully. On your future self, yeah, that's what you're working towards. It's not as if you've got an actual goal in mind. That's the sort of feeling I get from it. It's not an actual sort of kind of going, it's got to be like this, no other way. It's more kind of going, I want to be happy, or I want to be, respected, but respected and, you know, have good mutual respectful relationships. There's a multitude of facets that you could want and desire for yourself in the going future. And it looks like you're working really beautifully towards that. And great energies. It's just great energies for you. Let's just see what how you integrate this into your life at the moment. It's certainly something to do with love. And I think it's like maybe it's a case of you're learning to open up your heart and to be vulnerable sometimes, because that's beautiful asset a beautiful attribute. That's more the sort of word I want. A beautiful attribute to have when in regards to connections with other people. It shows also a high degree of trust with another person, because you're willing to be vulnerable with that other person. And that's what it feels like. It's all about your boundaries. Yeah, I think you've got to be a little bit wary about the boundaries in respect to having too many up. If you want to explore, you've got to step a little bit out of your comfort zone. And I think you're wanting to do that. And you're wanting to examine the healthy boundaries that you might have put in place. And yeah, there may be a bit of sort of hoo-ha in it all sort of. But as I said, be gentle with yourself. Basically, I think this card here, if you can see these people here, they're striving to get to this here, to that section there, that flame there. And that's exactly what your future card's all about. It's all about getting towards the higher flame. And I think it's getting towards your higher goal, your higher being, as it were, feeling a lot more at ease with everything. But just, I keep coming back to it, but I think it's very important to just be wary about a lot of things, of taking, being too hard on yourself and the world around you. You got the Two of Swords as well. This is all about making decisions. And I think this is decisions about how it's received, this positioning that you're taking in regards to relationships. I don't think you're enacting upon these decisions. I think you're collecting them. And as you collect them, it's going to help you to see a lot clearer. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. Okay, it's all about the karma. your karmic path, what you want to experience in regards to your job, business and projects. What sort of, it could be an emotional experience in regards to that. It could be a physical one, material one, intellectual one, whatever it is that you need to experience in this life here becomes a real focal point. And it's almost as if like karma's, putting it in a position where you can no longer avoid it. Not that you have been, but it's putting it squarely upon your pathway. In the future self, because that's where we're coming into is it the future self or the outcome? How you engage in it. It's crossed between the two actually. Now I go back into it. So you've got the karmic path. Yeah, it seems to be it seems to be more the future. It seems to be more the future. I think the way in which you enact in it, I think is going to be really important. Maybe you need to make very quick decisions, not dilly-dally, as it were. But go after the karmic path. Go after what you feel that you should be experiencing. And I think you'll know what you need to do in this coming future. Let's just see what is on that karmic path. I think you need to, when you get success, there's a multitude of things going on. It's very an emotional situation. It's obviously a physical situation as well. And it's also sort of material situation. And there's a moral side to it, to respect and everything like that, and recognition. I think there's a lot of that. But what here is different here is a success that maintains and grows. So I wouldn't, it's like you've had 2 weeks of rain. If you've ever been in the UK, you'd be very used to that. 2 weeks of rain, and then all of a sudden the sun comes out, and you're just coming out going, the sunshine. No. I think what you need to be doing is kind of going, all right, sun's out. What can I do? That sort of scenario. That's what it's helping you to experience this great success. And in order to do this, you need to be light on your feet. And I think this is where this card comes in to it. It's a learning curve that obviously within the material world, within business and jobs and so forth, it's not, there's a lot of things going on. It could be office politics and so forth. And don't get bogged down. That's what it's sort of saying here. Do not, on your karmic path, do not get bogged down. When you get out in that sunshine, start manifesting. That's what it's all about. Start manifesting your future of what you really want out of life. It's an evident path for you to follow. As I said, there's no way of avoiding it anymore. You've got that sort of one cup that's giving you the good stuff. That feels ultimately right to you. For me, number 7 is a revelation card. It's revealing to you what you should be doing. It's revealing to you emotionally what you feel is right within you. On your connection to everything that is around you, synchronicities and so forth, you get the 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles, revealing to you what works. So energy is really backing you up here. And this is why I think you need to be light on your feet in your decision making and so forth, because it will help you enormously. In the past, you get the 2 of Wands, 2 2s out there here. This is all working to a plan that's already in place. And I think you've got it. I think it's very much a week of testing things out. And you're working to a plan. It may need travel and so forth, or you might have had to do travel in the past in order to do it. Now it's time to get down and get involved, making those quick decisions. And, whilst the sun shines, make hay, as it were. Let's just see what's going on in the future self. It's, I get like making your bed, but making your home. And it feels like here that your future self, this is where I think we go on to the success that lasts. That's what it seems to be playing on. And there's a lot of respect here with the 3 of Pentacles, recognizing things that work. People are going to recognize what works when you are working well. And I think people will appreciate that around you. And it's bringing your good quality to work. And therefore, you're going to attract other people who do good quality work. And that's when you're going to get a success that's perpetual. You're going to get a lot of clarity of how to advance your life financially. Could be for a new job, applying for a new job. But when it feels right for you, follow it. It's going to give you a focal point, and that's what that karmic path is doing to you. It's giving you that focal point as you go forward. A lot of communication with self, because I think you're exploring with that Fool card, exploring the possibilities and the direction that you should be taking. And the Five of Pentacles. Now, Five of Pentacles is money loss normally. I think this is the opposite to that. I think if you get bogged down, that's what you're going to get. So that's why you do not want to be bogged down this week. It will hinder and may even create money loss for you. If you're very light on your feet and start manifesting in the future, that will be the thing in the past. That's what you're walking away from within the financial world. Yeah, absolutely brilliant for you this week here, Aquarius. Lovely engagement with the world. This is where you get the Judgment card. In the Judgment card, you've got this. It's the finality of something, but it's a finality of something that is very harmonious and beautiful. It's a good decision. You feel right about everything. This is where if it feels right for you and you attack your future and you be light on your feet, this is where you're going to get a lot of benefits in life. A lot of benefits in life. Okay, let's just go on to see the elements that's going on your flower. So if you've seen the energy update, you would have seen that we were talking about water energy, emotional energy, and I think this ties really beautifully with that Seven of Cups down there and manifesting your future. And also the Justice card as well on your financial side. But we also talked about the Earth giving out earth energy and fire energy. This will probably play a lot better on your relationship side, because with that passion, you're starting to see clearly what works and what doesn't work, and how it's received, this new sort of positioning for you. So if we look at your flower here, obviously you've got air at the top, and I said the air coming into the system is a lot better for you. I just need to check that actually, because I just want to. Yeah, it appears to have only Libra on there. I do apologise. That was Libra's Earth energies. Let me just go back to that. There we go. Let me bring it up. Sorry about that. Yeah, so you got this air energy at the top, and then you got this water energy at your base. So this is where you're the water bearer and so forth. You've got the air and water on this side here. So I'm not sure that's like... It almost seems like mentally and emotionally it's fixed in place, therefore, you can't avoid it. That's where it seems to be playing the most. And on this side here, you get water and fire, water and fire. There seems to be a lot of water and fire connections. The only real earth you do have coming in is in this section here. And because we got this fire also coming through here, I think this section between the karmic path and your future and how you connect your past to your future, in the actions that you do, I think that's going to be the most important part. So we're going to pull 3 cards on there. We've got a similar sort of situation coming in here because we're building this through this water energy for this emotional path, seeing the evident path. It will get you into this cardinal earth, give you a real direction, like the 8 of Wands that we saw, a real direction for where you're going, and using that earth energy. So using that solar plexus and that sort of that sacrum as well, going after your fundamental desires in regards to all of that. I think it will be very important. I think we're going to pull 3 cards on that section there, and maybe 1 card up here, 1 and 2 cards up here, to see how it all sort of accumulates together. So let's just jump in here and see what we've got. Yeah, we're going to be pulling a few cards on this section here that we can see that takes us to the Star card. Up the top from the Ace of Swords. I think it's a beautiful position, obviously, that you're taking. Too many cards to pull out there. Had the Star card on the top, but, so it's obviously, we're talking about that Star card. Now, 7 of Pentacles. 7, as I said, revelation. It's revealing to you what works. That's what I said about the cardinal earth that's coming through. It makes you realize what you want to put your energies into. You get the Four of Cups as well. This is about streamlining your Three of Cups, all your connections to the world that is around you, into that one cup that is going to be absolutely beautiful for you, and that will drive you towards that star card, great happiness and joy that you want. And you get the Moon there, and I think the energy is trying to encourage you to be a little bit more open and willing to accept, oh, that didn't work quite well, then therefore I need to readjust that, and just being welcoming the surprises as a helpful aid in order for you to connect with the people that really count in your life. On your financial side, you get the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. It's blowing beautifully for your future. If you keep light on your feet, you're sowing a seed here which will last for a long time. That's what it feels like to me. You get the Page of Pentacles as well. So you're learning about nurturing that pathway, nurturing this opportunity that you are accumulating or accrediting to you, and how you do things. It really does work well. You get the Five of Wands. We saw that on the other side. It hasn't really been out on this side here, and I think we're coming back to the idea of being the best example of who you can be. Let's just see what's going on with the Fool card and this connection that's underneath, that crossing between the cardinal earth and the mutable water. You get the Strength card, being strong and true to yourself, getting rid of all your sort of doubts. You get the Four of Pentacles. Holding on too tightly? No, I think it's basically becoming very wise in how you give out your time, money, effort, energy, emotions, and so forth. And you are taking a direction. It's helping you to give a lot of clarity on the direction and the where you should be going to, or where you should be in life as you go to the future. There you go, Aquarius. Thanking you very much for all your support that you show for this channel. It's absolutely beautiful because you two don't give us nothing. But it's lovely to see from your side. There's the energy update, and there's loads more videos coming out on lots of different topics. So you make sure you're subscribed and click that bell so you get all the notifications for all of that coming up in the very near future. There's all for me left to say is, in the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.